Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Caitlin McGrath with your Weather Watch Alert update. We are continuing to watch some showers and storms move closer to the Metro DC area. Right now, radar on a 3-hour loop showing you the worst of the weather just now crossing over I-81. So we'll put the pause here on radar, zoom in a little bit closer because right now we have one severe thunderstorm warning on the map. That includes Jefferson County until 3:30 this afternoon. This issued because there was some locally damaging wind detected in some of these storms. Otherwise, we're just dealing with really locally heavy rain, lots of thunder and lightning, lots of cloud to ground lightning. So these are dangerous storms as they're continuing to move to the east very slowly. It's that slow forward motion that has us concerned once again with the potential for flash flooding because we do have a lot of heavy rain being detected in these storms. So we'll continue to watch these storms as they develop throughout the afternoon and into the evening. So let's take you a little bit closer here, show you where we're seeing the storms moving through right now, just along and to the east of I-81. We'll take you in a little bit closer because again, the heavy rain going to be our biggest concern as these storms continue to develop. Where you see those deeper shades of orange and red in Stevens City, back into Millwood, Berryville, Winchester. These storms just moving to the east of your area and up 340. That's where we have the strongest storms on the map right now. But again, all of these storms slowly pushing off to the east around 15 miles per hour. So if you're in Charlestown, Cabletown, Middleway, you're under that severe thunderstorm warning until 3:30 this afternoon. We also have some spotty showers and storms developing through parts of Virginia, Haymarket, Manassas. These are more spotty in nature, and we've seen a few of these little storms pulse up over the last several hours. We had one move through northeast DC not too long ago, but right now the rain closer to the metro area is fairly scattered. We have this downpour in Shadyside that's continuing to move off into the Chesapeake and down towards parts of Solomons. We have a little bit of rain moving through as well, but this is really what we'll continue to see as we head through the next several hours. These storms that are right now just to the east of I-81 pushing eastward. So let's take you hour by hour through Futurecast and talk a little bit more about how this will impact your Wednesday evening commute, because that's when most of these storms will continue to fire up. So here we are, 5 o'clock. The storm's continuing to push to the east. I do think if you're traveling this evening, stay between about 4 and 8 o'clock tonight. That's when we're going to see that really locally heavy rain, potentially some damaging wind as well. And it's because of the heavy rain that we have the flash flood threat. We do have a flood watch in effect for everyone until 11 o'clock tonight. We've already seen how devastating that flash flooding can be in Prince George's County back during the storms on Monday, and we are expecting a very similar rainfall event when you get those rainfall rates of 1 to 3 inches per hour. Here we are around 7, 8 o'clock. I do think we'll still be tracking quite a bit of storm activity on radar. It's really not until after 8, 9 o'clock where we really start to see things taper off just a bit. This is 9 p.m. still having some rain move through, but I do think the storms will be much more scattered and really starting to weaken in intensity. The best time frame for those strong locally damaging winds and really locally heavy rain will start to fire up here in the next 45 minutes or so, say between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock this evening. This is 11 o'clock tonight. If you are checking back in with Doppler, I do think the storms will be out of our area. Overnight, we could see a stray shower or two. I think the best chance to see a spotty shower tomorrow morning is if you're up before the sun. I think after about 6 o'clock, our storm rain chances will really start to diminish, and most, if not all, of the Thursday morning commute will be dry. Could still see some patchy fog early tomorrow morning, so keep that in mind if you are hitting the roads. We might have some limited visibility, but otherwise we'll see nice clearing throughout the day, plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon, and some big welcome improvement as far as lower humidity and cooler temperatures go. So here are our threats over the next several hours. We'll say it time and time again here over the next several hours. Flooding is the biggest concern. We're talking about a lot of rain possible falling in a short period of time. Thankfully, I do think the flooding threat will be fairly localized, but as is typical with storm systems like this and downpours like this, we really can't determine where these flooding rains will set up. That's why everyone is under the flood watch. It does not mean it's going to flood everywhere. It just means that everyone is at an equal risk of seeing these really locally heavy downpours move through your town, and that can lead to quick flash flooding. Damaging winds are also a concern. These storms are moving ahead of a cold front, so there is quite a bit of forcing in the atmosphere, and that could mix down some stronger wind gusts, and the ground is already really saturated from all of the rain that we've seen over the past several days, past several weeks really, so it won't take much to uproot trees, and anytime we see those stronger wind gusts, we can see snapped tree branches, downed power lines. Thankfully, I do think the power outages will be few and far between, but certainly something we'll be watching for this afternoon. As we just showed you, there's already one severe thunderstorm warning on the map. As these storms develop, we could see some small hail embedded in them. Really not concerned about damaging hail in storms that move through this afternoon and evening, and the threat for isolated tornadoes is all but off the table. So here's where we have that flood watch in effect really for everyone. Earlier today, it did not include northern and western Maryland and parts of northern Virginia and West Virginia. But if you were watching us at noon, we said it's not included, but everyone at an equal chance of seeing that flooding. So the National Weather Service has expanded that flood watch until 11 o'clock tonight. We really could see some of these locally heavy downpours as we showed you through about 9-10 o'clock. I do think after about 9 p.m. The flood threat will start to go down pretty significantly. So some flash flood safety tips to keep in mind, because unfortunately a lot of these storms are moving through during the evening commute, and you never ever want to drive across a flooded road. You never know how deep that water is. We say it time and time again, but every time we have flood events like this, there are always water rescues. We always see the notorious videos of cars stuck in water. So please just turn around. It is not worth it to get stuck in flooded water. 5 inches of fast moving water, which you typically see with flash flooding, can knock an adult off their feet. It only takes a foot of water to float the average car. 18 to 24 inches of water can move a truck. Water is incredibly powerful. You do not want to mess with Mother Nature. All right, once we get past the showers and storms tonight, we have a spectacular forecast to talk about, but we don't want to ignore how hot and uncomfortable it is today. Right now, dew point at 73. It just dropped from 75 about an hour ago, so it is noticeably humid as you step outside, and that high humidity is making temperatures feel warmer than they actually are once again. It feels like 99 degrees in D.C., 100 degrees is the feels like temperature back into Baltimore, feeling like 99 in Fredericksburg, 98 in Leesburg, 98 is the feels like temperature in Frederick. But once we get this cold front to move through, we have some big improvement to talk about for the rest of the week and weekend. We have one cold front moving through tonight. That's what's firing off of all of these storms and downpours, but a reinforcing cold front tomorrow, and that's really going to allow that cooler, more comfortable air to usher in. So as we head throughout the afternoon and evening, plenty of moisture in the atmosphere. That's why we have such a large flood threat. Once we see these storms develop, they're going to wring out the atmosphere, and there's a lot of water to work with. That's why we could see rainfall rates of 1 to 2, even 3 inches per hour. Here we are tomorrow morning. It's still going to be pretty sticky as you step outside. Dew points will be in the low 70s rather, but you look back into western Maryland, Oakland, dew point of 61. That's the dry air that we'll see seep in throughout the day tomorrow. So as the day goes on, it will get more and more comfortable, and then by Friday morning, dew points are down into the upper 50s. That is incredibly dry, very comfortable air, and it's going to stick around for the next several days. So for tomorrow, humidity is still noticeable, especially in the morning, but by the evening, if you want to make some Thursday night plans after work, it's going to be spectacular. And then Friday into Saturday, the dew point almost off the charts. Fantastic. Dew points are going to be in the low 50s. That is just about as dry as it can get, especially in August. As we look ahead towards Sunday, dew points will be climbing back into the mid-50s. Still very nice. And then as we look ahead towards next week, Monday and Tuesday, dew points will be in the low 60s, which is still very comfortable. Not only are dew points getting lower, but so are temperatures. Tomorrow it will still be warm. High temperature back up to 88 degrees for Thursday afternoon. Might stay a little bit cooler than that if clouds linger around a bit longer, but I do think we'll see plenty of sunshine throughout the day, and that should bump us up to 88 degrees. Friday into the weekend, high temperatures in the low 80s, even cooler on Monday. A real treat for August, especially after such a hot start to the month. We've been in the 90s all but one day this past Saturday. The high temperature is 88 degrees. Other than that, it has been a very hot start to August. But check out where temperatures stay once they cool off. This is the 10-day temperature trend, and a lot of our computer models are indicating that we could see a prolonged stretch of much cooler weather. A look at the 7-day forecast tomorrow really does look pretty nice. Don't be discouraged if you wake up and you have the clouds and maybe a few spotty showers or patchy fog. The afternoon will clear out beautifully. Friday, absolutely fantastic. And the Nats are back at home. They have a homestand all the way through Wednesday, and the weather looks really nice if you're heading out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you don't have outdoor plans this weekend, I highly suggest you make some. It is going to be the best weekend we have seen in a really long time. Monday, not looking so great. It does look like we'll have some showers nearby. A better chance for storms moves in on Tuesday as well, but Tuesday doesn't look as wet as Monday does. Monday could end up a little bit soggy rather, but it's still Thursday. Plenty of time for that to change. So right now we just have showers, likely maybe a little bit of sunshine. We'll be surprised if it's brighter than that. And then by next Wednesday, things looking really nice as well. We'll check back in here one more time with Doppler Radar because as expected, we're starting to see a few more of these little storms bubble up. You can see just to the north of I-50 now, just to the south of Leesburg, a little bit of storm activity moving up. And we do still have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next 30 minutes or so. I'm sorry, that's only 10 minutes. It expires at 3:30. And the good news is this storm does appear to be weakening. Would not be surprised if we do start to see a few more scattered severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the afternoon. Our bigger concern has always been, as we've been talking about over the past several days, the flood threat, but we could see some stronger storms develop just like we did over Jefferson County. So these storms continuing to push off to the east rather slowly, only about 15 miles per hour for that forward motion right now, but you can see they are packing a lot of thunder and lightning. If you have outdoor plans this afternoon and evening as these storms approach, you need to seek proper shelter. You never want to be stuck outside in a lightning storm like this. We saw the tragic ending to that just last week with that lightning strike in Lafayette Park, and unfortunately 3 people did pass away. So never want to get stuck outside in a lightning storm. Here's a few more spotty showers and storms starting to pop up. That one in Aldie and Chantilly. Those are the new ones on the map, and we are going to continue to see activity just like this as we head through the next several hours. So don't forget, today is a great day to have the WUSA 9 app. You will get alerts sent straight to your phone if a flash flood warning or a severe thunderstorm warning is issued where you live, and of course we'll keep you posted online and on our app all day long, and we'll see you back here on WUSA 9 at 5 o'clock.